Hey, welcome to No Frills Friday. And No Frills Friday is when I just grab the iPhone and tell you about something that's on my mind in a garden setting. And that's what we're doing today. And if you've never found our channel before, thank you for finding it. I'm Jeff with Whirlwind Family Farm. We're here in Central Texas. We're a small market garden. But really, what this channel is about is talking about those different things that we raise. And of course, my hope and my thing that I like to tell you is that anybody can do this. It's not complicated, it's not hard. We make it too complicated. If you have a small backyard, you can have a garden. If you have an apartment where you can put some containers, you can grow something that's fully organic, something you like, whether it's cucumbers or squash or tomatoes, whatever it may be, you can grow a little bit of that and do it. So that brings me to what I was going to talk about this morning. And wait, before I do, I got to turn this around. If you look right here, these are flowers that my wife plants every year. They're to bring in pollinators. We're almost late September. Yes, this is a warm climate here in zone 8, but if you look, those are green beans right there. Those flowers just absolutely doing great. A little bit butternut squash right there, more bush beans. Over here, we've got turnips that are coming up. So, oh, I even see a little bit of our, this is a cover crop. Yeah, not perfect germination, but we got some snow peas coming up right there. So I just had to flip the camera around and show you that. So that leads me to what I want to talk about here on No Frills Friday. Again, where I just grab the iPhone and tell you what's on my heart, what's on my mind. And this is about the myth of the green thumb. There's a great myth out there that people will say, and especially with people that are a little bit older, because I think this was something, it's an excuse really. They're like, I just don't have a green thumb. And let me tell you, if there ever was the example of somebody who did not have a green thumb, you're looking at him. I'm the guy. And I'll give you perfect proof of it. When I was in college, and where I went to college a long, long time ago, you had to start off on campus, and then as you became an upperclassman, you were allowed to move off and get you an apartment. I know things are not like that these days. You probably can have an apartment from day one. So I'll never forget. I finally had my own apartment, and I had a few friends. I had a friend. This is not a girlfriend, but a girl that told me, she goes, "You really should put an ivy in here because it just makes the place look better. Just have an ivy growing, something green." And I was like, "Okay, that sounds great to me." So that's what I did. I went somewhere. I can't remember where I got it. I got an ivy, and those are the easiest things to maintain on earth. They've already come with some potting soil. You give them a little bit of water, maybe add potting soil. I don't think I even knew that back then. Add a little potting soil every now and then to keep the nutrition there, nutrients. And I found a way to kill it. So I am the example of the person who does not have a green thumb. And if you look behind me, I now have a market garden. So I'm here to dispel, I don't want to say an excuse, but an excuse of I don't have a green thumb. And I'll tell you why that is just a myth and an excuse is that market gardening or small gardens are just a process. You don't have to have a special magical skill that supposedly people with green thumb have. People with green thumbs, as people say, are just people that are just doing the right process to grow something well. And anybody can have a small garden or an area where they grow something that's organic. It's easy to do. You find your place, you're going to find the right season when to plant something, what to plant in that season, the proper amount of water, and putting it in some compost. And in a no-till, like I flipped the camera around here, these beds have not been tilled in 4 years. These beds were originally set up. Some of them have been broad forked where we raise carrots because we need that soil to be soft, deeper. But even in that setting, with a no-till setting, it takes so little amount of tools or special equipment. It just takes you going out occasionally. If you have a small garden, just get the weeds, get them out of the way. Doesn't that takes a small garden? It takes 20 minutes. Um, Again, planting. You can direct seed where you actually take the seeds and drop them in the ground, or you can use seed trays where you grow them on a back porch or somewhere inside. If it's a very hot or cold season, get those small vegetables started and then transplant them out. And it's just procedure. So I'm here to bust that myth. I think that used to be a show. Is the myth of the green thumb, the people who have that wonderful green thumb and they can grow just about anything. And I will tell you, being in this business now, I've known several market gardeners, and everybody has issues with growing. Everybody will have insect issues, or they'll have powdery mildew issues, things that come along and can be destructive. So everybody deals with that. It's not just unique to those people who don't have a green thumb, because there is no such thing. So I tell you all this to give you an encouragement, is that you can do it. And this is always my suggestion, as I'm here on No Frills Friday and I'm just holding my iPhone, is that just pick a time, preferably not in the middle of the winter. Pick a time in the spring or the summer or the fall. Just do a quick search. What grows well in my area in July? What's good to plant then? Pick a spot, clear it off. Just, you could take a hoe, clear off if there's Bermuda grass or whatever type of grass there, clear you off your space. The first time you may want to fork it, just loosen the soil, put down some compost and plant. And keep those beds going year after year. Does it take a lot of compost? Put some compost down. You don't have to till it. You don't have to go rent a rotiller. Put down those seeds, plant your plants, those vegetables that you choose, and just watch and let it go. And like I said, the proper watering, weeding, harvesting, and really that's it. Let me flip the camera around here while I'm walking. These were planted about 6 days ago. Those are bush beans. And let me tell you, this is coming from someone that has zero green thumb. I use a little earthway seeder. So to talk about simple, I smooth this row down. I put the seeds in the hopper. I pick the right distribution, the little plate that turns, that drops out the seeds. I plant them and we're in business. And those are bush beans. So back to what I originally started talking about. It is a myth of the person that has a green thumb. It's just 4 or 5 procedures, nothing complicated. You can make it more complicated. You can do more things, add different techniques, and get as deep in the weeds, no pun intended. You could get as deep as into the weeds with gardening as you want to get, down to the microorganisms and how to keep them alive. But for my thinking, I don't think it needs to be that complicated, because there's a lot of things you can do simply and easily and have a great garden. So here on No Frills Friday, I hope that you'll take those practices, take that suggestion. Again, even if you have an apartment, you can grow things on your balcony in containers, and you'll do it and enjoy that. And for those of you that have full-time careers, remember, plants survive out in the wild every day, not being tended to all day long, like I do out here. There's a lot of things I have to do. So remember, plants do survive. You can put a little water on in the morning, put a little water on when you get home in the evening. Pick a day of the week when you go out and you can hand weed, or get you a little collinear hoe, something to go out, hoe those weeds up, and you're good to go. Thanks again for finding our channel. We appreciate it so much, and it means a lot to our channel, Whirlwind Family Farm, when you like, subscribe, certainly hit the bell for notification. And we have many videos that will take you further along in that simple process of a small garden. Check this video out right here. It'll take you further along. Blessings over you, your family, your garden. Talk to you soon from Whirlwind Family Farm.